Can you hear me, or do I need to talk louder? Hello from Pennsylvania. Well, hello. Looks like y'all can hear me. That's cool. Well, I'm back on the road. We're heading back to Dallas right now. I've been driving for about 3 hours. I got about 2 hours left, I think. Something like that. It's been busy. I was in Arkansas for 9 days. Accomplished a lot. It's been crazy busy. Am I bouncing everywhere? This camera looks like it's bouncing. Congrats on the 12.7. Thank you very much. On the road again. If you have a question for me, put it in all caps and also do the @Come On Homesteading. That way it highlights it. I'll try to catch it if I can, but I am driving, so I'm not going to be staring at my phone. I did this the last time I made a trip on the way back, and people seemed to like it, so I decided to do it again. It also breaks up my trip a little bit, because for the last 3 hours I've just been sitting here by myself. Let me get by this big old semi, then I'm going to get in the slow lane. Right now I'm in the fast lane rolling. We're going to cruise in the slow lane while I'm doing this. We missed you at Mama V's. Yeah, I really wanted to go to Mama V's. I just couldn't. I didn't have time. I've been trying to get the cabin settled because I'll be moving there very, very soon, and I got to start work like shortly after that. So I was just running out of time. It's funny, I went live Wednesday from the cabin. Now I'm in Oklahoma going live, and tomorrow night I will be sitting in Florida going live. So literally 3 lives in 1 week's time in 3 different states. That fits. Being that I lived in 3 states in the last 10 months. So yeah, it's been crazy. VYN, FYI. I don't know what that is. Hello, Jovita. Any surprise at the new property for this trip? A lot's happened. I have literally been working around the clock. The first couple of days I was there, I went to Oklahoma 3 times. I drove like 16 hours in 2 days. I was running off 11 hours sleep in 3 days, and I've pretty much been working nonstop. Oh, that's a bot? Okay, I got you. We'll kick the bot out. Tell him, come on, get out of here. So, and then after I got done with all of my Oklahoma trips, getting all the attachments for the tractor, picking up the tractor, I also went to what's it called, farmers market at Beeline with Paragon Ridge Ranch. I went over there to support her for her first farmers market for the first Saturday of the month, and I did that like right after I got those 2 or 3 days I was just talking about. I turned right back around, got about 4 or 5 hours sleep, and then drove back to Oklahoma. It was about 3.5 hours away. Hung out there until about noon, and then drove back, and then worked in the cabin until about midnight that night. So I will have a couple of videos coming out this week showing some of the progress. I didn't get to record all that I wanted to record because I was on such a tight time frame to get everything done. So it was a little difficult, but I believe I got enough footage to at least let y'all know exactly what's going on. One of the projects I did was huge. It was a big project. It took me about 25 hours, and man, it was long nights. It kicked my butt, but I got it done. It was a big accomplishment. Hood's custom shop, got it, get it. But I'm actually driving back now. I will get back to Texas probably at about 5:30, 6. I gotta wash some clothes and stuff. Then I gotta work on editing the video for Thursday. and then I'll be on a plane to Florida tomorrow morning at by 8:30. I got to be at the airport at like 6 in the morning, so I'm not going to get a lot of sleep tonight. And then once I get to Florida, I'll go live on Wednesday night. I'll put a video out Thursday for you guys. Friday we have the wedding rehearsal, and then Saturday is the wedding, and then I'll be going 3 hours north to see my grandkids. They're having my daughter held off on their birthday party until I came, so we're doing a birthday party for them, so I get to see my grandbabies. Ridge Life, what's going on, buddy? Cindy, I see you too. So I get to see my grandbabies. Levi's been acting like his daddy. He just landed in Tampa. I got a text right before this live saying that he landed. He's been in Colorado for the last 5 days skiing with some buddies. You showing off all that wealth of driving this? No, I ain't showing off all that wealth. All this driving's been kicking my butt. I've spent, this is no exaggeration, guys, in 9 days I've spent $1,000 in fuel. $1,000 in fuel in 9 days. It is freaking ridiculous. It's crazy, man. I don't even know what to think about it. I'm glad this next trip is my last trip, because I'm not going anywhere else once I get to Arkansas, except for the Shoot Dang Fest at the end of April. And then this Chevy right here is going to be a park don't come on mountain unless I'm going to work or having to go do something, because you can't afford to do it right now. I couldn't believe that I've spent so much money in gas. It's crazy. And trust me, it hurts my feelings and messes with my emotions, because I did not want to spend that, trust me. I got plenty of other stuff I would have rather spent $1,000 on. Hydrate. But Levi just got back from Colorado, and then he's going to work for a day, and then he's actually coming to Tampa to see me for a day and a half, and then he's going to Orlando, getting on a plane again, and then he's flying out to Barbados or somewhere like that, somewhere overseas. He's going sailing for a week with his girlfriend's family. Let's go, Brandon. I appreciate that, Ridge Life. Hey, I'll tell you what, it helps for sure. Cause what was it? That's only about a gallon or two of gas right now with the way things are. It's crazy. But he gets to go on one. So I'm a little jealous. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's gonna be an epic adventure. Well, you go into work or work from home at the cabin. I actually have to go into work. The cabin's not set up for me to work remote yet. I'm basically running off hotspots and cell phones right now, and so that's kind of why I'm moving to the cabin so soon, is because right after I went under contract on this cabin, my Indeed popped up with a job that was 15 miles away from the cabin as the head of IT for a chicken producer. And I interviewed for it. Well, I put my resume in, interviewed for it, and I got the job. And so that kind of sped my timeline up quite a bit, because I was planning on moving out there around August. But I mean, I can't expect them to wait until August on me. So I went ahead and took the job. I think the job's a great fit for me. I think it's going to be less stress than the job that I have right now, and also less taxing on me. Our country announced yesterday that I can't read long ones. They disappear too fast. I'm sorry. Good luck with the new job. Thank you. So I took it. It seems like a good fit. It seems like some just good down home type people. It's not very, even though it's a very large place that has places everywhere, they really seem like small town type USA type people. And I'm ready to get out of corporate America and kind of get back to that, because for the last 10 months, as y'all know, I kind of disappeared. I did it live every once in a while to let y'all know I was still there, and every once in a while I'm going on an adventure. So, but I couldn't keep up. Corporate America was working me to death. And I did it to build my resume. I knew it was going to be a challenge whenever I left Florida to this new position, because it was a lot of new stuff. And so it served its purpose. It beefed up my resume to where I was able to get this job. So, I mean, the plan worked, but man, there was a lot of sacrifice that went along with it, and I was very miserable. I was not happy, and I'm not getting any younger. And at what point do you go after happiness? And that's kind of what I'm doing. The last 9 days that I was at the cabin is at the most, even though I was working myself to death and constantly on the move and all that other stuff, I was more at peace in the last 9 days than I have been in the last 10 months. So for me, that tells me everything. And I've accomplished a lot. I love working hard. It's never a work thing. I'm not the type that just sits around. I can't. My mind doesn't stop going. So where are you headed? I am headed to Dallas, Lila. I am headed to Dallas to wash some clothes, edit a video, and get on a plane in the morning and fly to Florida. I have been on a whirlwind. Well, let me tell you. But there in the quiet, except for like birds chirping or the coyotes raising Cain in the background. I mean, and y'all seen some of the pictures that I put on my community tab of the snowstorm. It is just gorgeous out there, and also the creek before the snowstorm. Tell Ian, we said, hey, Ian's actually going on the trip with me. He's flying out. I'm back. I guess I went to the dead area. I got 5G and full bars, but it says I'm working 2 phones right now. It says that I got to exit in 2.3 miles, so because I got the volume down on it, so I got to kind of keep my eye on it. But yeah, he's going. He won't be on the live because he'll be up north. He's actually going to where I got to go Sunday to see my grandkids in that area. But he's going to go there, and also he just put an offer on a house, so he's going to look at that as well. But he's not actually moving there. I think he's going to renovate it and turn it into an Airbnb. I think he's going to stay in Dallas for a little bit longer. Glitching happens, no problem. Enjoy the wedding. I am going to enjoy it. I'm not going to lie, it's crazy timing for me with this wedding right in the middle of a big move like this. But man, I couldn't be happier for my brother and my new sister. They are a perfect couple. They're really good people, and they actually got married a while ago, but with COVID and all that kind of stuff, they didn't do the wedding. So this is kind of the wedding reception and all that kind of put into one. So I'm excited about it, and it also allowed me to just take a break for a second, even though weddings ain't much of a break, especially when you're in it. I didn't see what Ridge Life said. Alright, hold on. I got to pay attention for a minute. I got to exit here in 0.4 miles. I don't even know if it's an exit or if just the road ends and it turns into a different road. 100% agree, Tim. Tim's only talking some kind of smack. It's probably... I probably know what it is. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Tim's stirring it up. I'm going to stay away from that one, Tim. I'm going to stay away. You know how I feel. Alright, yeah, that road just ended now. It's saying 5.5 miles. So, I'm excited to go down there. If the weather's good, tomorrow night with the live, I'll probably be sitting out by the pool and soaking up some of that Florida weather, because I have been freezing my what's happenings off in Arkansas for the last couple of days. Seems like every time I've made a trip to Arkansas, whoever needs a girlfriend when you have a tractor. Oh, hey, I still need a biscuit maker, Tim. Come on now. I mean, my tractor's sexy, but I still need a biscuit maker. Rambling with the Brahms, what's going on? Yeah, I still need a biscuit maker. I'm still hunting. I'm not searching hard though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so busy. I probably wouldn't be a good boyfriend right now, to be honest. Because as busy as I am, I don't know if I have time. Eventually, I'll get settled. The way I see all of that is it'll come whenever it's supposed to come. If you sit there and you're constantly trying to search for it, you'll never find the right one. The right one will find her way in your life whenever it's time. And I don't want to just be with just anybody. I need somebody that is like-minded. I need somebody that's willing to live the lifestyle that I want to live. And if she's not that type of person, then it's not the right one for me. I've done the other, and I've lived a different lifestyle trying to be there for what they wanted, what life they liked, and it just wasn't for me. So now I need to find somebody that likes what I like. Nobody's 100%, the same, but at least like my lifestyle. And my lifestyle is more of a outdoor kind of simpler lifestyle, even though it's not simple, but without all the other stuff. I want my cabin in the woods and to be able to build things and have animals and grow my own food and that kind of stuff. I need to send you Ridgely something traveling hat. Yes, you do. Man, my dinner hat is destroyed. My dinner hat is destroyed, Tim. I have had it for a long time now, and I have worked it. I don't know what all of that is. I see a lot of hearts and exclamation points. There's no way I can read that right now, but I will read it on the playback later when I get home. That's typically what I do when I go live on here. I miss a ton of comments, and I can't say hi to everybody. I just pretty much talk. But I always watch it back and kind of read the comments and stuff to see what I missed and to see who all was in. Let's see here. 2.1 miles. We're going to take a right. 2.1 miles. But honestly, going live makes my trip go by so much faster. We got 222 people in here driving to Dallas with me. That's good stuff right there. How's everybody doing? Throw some clapping emojis in the thing. That way I know everybody's doing good. If you're not doing good, throw some thumbs down in the thing. And then that'll tell me what the vibe is of the chat, because I'm having a hard time reading stuff right now. Once I get off this road, this is not the best road to go live in. I'm sure I'm shaking. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of clapping. Oh, we got thumbs up, yurt. Okay, thumbs up. All right, that's good. That means that the chat is vibing. The chat is vibing right now. You know what? I don't even think this is a turn either. For some reason, right here by this casino is just going crazy. They're probably sucking all the data out of it. But YouTube Mama V's in here. Hey, how are you? I think I seen Possum Run. I think we finally got out that dead spot, and it was right beside the casino. That's crazy. I wonder if that's intentional. Chats are going fast. Whoop whoop, you're back. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, we got construction here. We got all kinds of stuff going on. It's always amazed me. It's the same way in Biloxi, Mississippi. Right beside the casino, the roads are the worst, like, out of that whole area. Why is that? You would think with the casino bringing in so much money that you would think the roads by it would be, like, amazing. They spend all that money making the casino so nice. You would think they'd want the people's drive-in to kind of be nice, but it's the same way here in Oklahoma. The road is always under construction. It's always nasty and bumpy. And then they got a dead spot. Makes no sense. Oh, let's see here. Oh, we got cranes. We got all kinds of stuff. Hey, Rich Life. Ridgelight's still in there hanging in. Hey, somebody throw Ridgelight's link in there. Y'all got to go check him out. He just hit 10K and doing big things. And me and him was talking today. And he's got a pretty crazy video coming out. And if you ain't subscribed to him, you might want to go subscribe, because I think this next video is going to be pretty crazy. You're going to want to go check it out. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't think we talked about a launch time. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy one. So definitely go check him out. And let's see here. Let me check my map real quick, guys. Oh yeah, we're 24 miles before I got to turn, so we're in there. We're in there like swimwear. Come out. Now if I could just get through all this construction, because I'm sure I'm bouncing like crazy on you guys. Just bounce with it. It's kind of fun to go live though whenever you're riding, especially when you're riding by yourself, because it gets kind of boring. And as much driving as I've done, I think I ended up going to Oklahoma 5 times in a 9-day period. So that's a lot. And then from Dallas to Arkansas, and now from Arkansas back to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Florida, and then back to Dallas, and then back to Arkansas. Yeah, I'm gonna be done traveling by the time I get back. I'm also pulling the trailer that the tractor is on. I don't have the tractor with me. As you can see, it's clear back there. But I do have the trailer, because I'm using the trailer. The reason why I went ahead and got the tractor and the trailer is so I could pull the trailer back and use the trailer to bring the rest of my stuff from Dallas. Really about the only thing I got left to bring from Dallas is the stuff in my bedroom, which is my desk, my bed, which my bed's pretty big, and end tables, stuff like that, clothes, little odds and ends stuff like that's hanging on the walls, bathroom stuff. Prayers from the porch. Hold on one second. Gotta stay safe, gotta pay attention. Alright, I think we finally made it through all the construction. And we're back to 70-mile speed limit, so that's good. Now the sun's bright. I don't know what I look like on camera right now, but that sun is beaming in here. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, that's not in y'all's way, and it helps me out. Alright, let's put this Chevy in the wind. For the people that's been following my channel for a while, y'all know I'm a Ford guy, and I just bought a Chevy, so the verdict is still out on the Chevy right now. But I'm not gonna lie, so far it's handled everything I put it through, and I've put it through quite a bit in this last 9 days. I'm sure this Chevy's like, boy, the wrong one bought me, because I've been working the what's happening off of it. But traffic's pretty thick right now. That's why I'm not trying to read y'all's comments and stuff, guys. I'll get back to it just as soon as things clear out a little bit. Just trying to make sure I stay safe when I do this. Safety first, safety first. We still got 212 people in here riding. Bow tie girl here, huh? Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, my dad's probably rolling over in his grave right now that I'm driving a Chevy. He was diehard Ford, and I've been diehard Ford my whole life. But right now, you can't afford to buy a Ford. They wanted they had a Ford that had 60-something thousand miles on it, and it was an F-150, and they wanted 7,000 more than this truck, and this truck only had 13,000 miles on it. You tell me how that works. And I just couldn't do it. I mean, if it wasn't for the prices of Fords right now, I'd have probably ended up back in a Ford, but I can't do it no more. I can't pay that. When I went and got the SUV, when I got that Kia, how I ended up in a Kia was I was going to get rid of my F-250, and I was going to downsize trucks. I was going to get an F-150 because the F-250 was just too big to have in the city. I couldn't fit no parking spots. I couldn't fit no parking garage. And I went to go get a new F-150, and they wanted $80,000 for a base model F-150. That's what I paid for the F-250. And I just couldn't do it. I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give you $80,000 for a base model F-150. I won't give you $80,000 for a platinum F-150. So I couldn't do it. And then when I bought the Arkansas property, there was no way that the Kia was gonna work out there. I took it out there for one trip for about 4 days, and it beat it up bad. It got me to the property and stuff, but that's about all it did. And I just had to get rid of it. Let's see here. Roofing. Who's roofing or rooting? As far as plans for the cabin, when I get back, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to be using Country Road Cure and Simple Life Reclaimed sawmill, and I'm going to start cutting cedar for the ceiling of the cabin. And that's a big project. The cabin's not big, but it's also not small. But with the pitch roof and how extreme the pitch is, it's actually a lot of square footage, and it's going to take a lot to cover that ceiling. So I'm going to start working on that because I want it all to dry. I got paid $5,000 for a brand new Ford something F-150. And so it's going to be a lot of wood, and I want it to dry so it doesn't shrink and stuff once I put it up there. So that's going to be one of the first things that I start working on, because it's going to take a while to mill all that wood, and it's going to take a while for it to dry. So by the time it dries, I'll be ready to actually install it. Just made it here or something. I didn't see who it was. I wish that they wouldn't disappear and it would just kind of scroll like a normal chat. That way I have a better chance. It'll look amazing though. Oh, it's gonna look, man, with that whole roof and cedar and also up underneath the thing, it's gonna look amazing. Are you getting the cabin checked out before you start this cedar? Yes and no. I talked with Paul. We kind of messaged, and when I get back with from Florida, me and him are going to get together. So more than likely I will meet with him before I actually start. But I think I got a plan that's going to work to save the cabin. I'll probably do a vlog once I get back to the cabin, explaining everything and kind of what my thought process is. You know, I don't know a lot about log cabins, but I do know about building. I've been building my whole life. I mean, I work IT right now, but for all the new people that's in here that don't know, I owned a steel company for about 12 years. I've been welding since I was like 10 years old. I also owned a home renovating company for about 8 years that I ran simultaneously on downtime. Whenever the steel company had downtime, I did home renovations and stuff. So I've been building my whole life, and I understand structures and weight loads and all of that stuff, and how to go about bracing something up to be able to do something like tear those logs out and all of that. And I would say 3/4 of that cabin lower walls are in good shape, and about 1/4 of it needs to be replaced. And I've spent 9 days there now, and I've really looked hard at the roof and all of that. The roof looks really bad, and it's going to need to be replaced for sure. The tails and stuff that I showed on that one video are bad. They're all going to be replaced, but they're all only about 2 foot long. All they are is just little tails that they sistered on to the main rafters for that edge, which they should have went a lot further out, and we wouldn't even be having any of these problems. And they didn't put no drip edge, nothing. I mean, that's kind of why it all rotted. And I also got to looking, I peeled back some of that foam board that was up there, and it's actually a ripped piece of plywood that is rotted. So I could literally cut the roof back about 2 foot, put new plywood and new tails on there, and fix the roof. The Raptors themselves are 100% okay. There's zero damage at all. I mean, it's zero damage. So I am very, hey, welcome to Texas. We just crossed the state line. Got the big star right there. But so as far as that, it's not, I mean, if I wanted to do a temporary fix, I could just kind of replace that plywood, put some new tails on there, do the drip edge and stuff like it's supposed to, and put some new shingles just in that section. But those shingles are old and stuff, so whenever I do it, I'm going to redo the whole roof. And I'm going to end up putting metal roofing in there and extend that along that side that's messed up. I'm actually going to bring it out and do a whole porch off of that side. But first I got to fix the structure part of it first. But I have a good plan. I've talked it over with a few people. They also seem to agree. I've already came up with a plan as far as how to brace that whole side of the cabin up whenever I do go to fix it. And I think it'll work. And I mean, it's going to be a lot of work. But the plan that I have, it shouldn't cost me a fortune. I mean, it's going to cost money without a doubt. But I believe I've came up with a way to fix it without breaking the bank. So stay tuned, because it's going to be an epic ordeal. I promise you, it's going to be crazy. But I think it can be saved. I'm of course going to get the Bearded Carpenter's opinion on it, because there is a couple of questions I got with the plan that I have as far as tying it all into each other. That's honestly my biggest concern. But I got a plan for that too, I believe. So, but I still want to ask an expert. I want to know his opinion on it. The son of Tiffany something. Go girl. Or good or something. I don't know. I missed that whole conversation. Yes, thank you for putting his link up there. If y'all are new to the channel and don't know who the Bearded Carpenter is, and I'm back. Hey, what's alive on the road without a little buffering? But yeah, he knows his stuff, man, and he's a good guy. I mean, I haven't met him personally yet, but I do know people that know him, and he's just a good, wholesome, good person. And for me, that's everything. I can't wait to talk to him and just soak up whatever he has to say and learn. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. There's a couple of people in Arkansas that I'm genuinely excited about meeting and looking forward to it. And he is very high on that list. I also want to meet Drew. I met Drew at the 4th of July on the 41.6 last year, and I really liked him, and I can't wait to kind of get there and be able to spend more time with him and just you know, I think me and him's got a lot in common as far as like curiosity and liking to explore. And, you know, he's very knowledgeable for his age and everything about vehicles and stuff like that, and I like old vehicles and mechanicing and all that stuff, and he's really into all of that. So go ahead and throw his link up in there too, and go show him some love. If you like old cars and that kind of stuff, that kid right there's got it going on. I call him a kid. I don't even know how old he is, but I know he's not as old as I am. I look younger than I am. Simple Lifer Claims little girls told me I look 20. And I told them that they are my favorite, because I am a long ways away from 20, for sure. It's hard to even remember 20. Probably because I was wild when I was 20. That's probably why I don't remember it. I'm glad I'm not that no more. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going across the bridge. I am passing Eisenhower's birthplace. Huh, I've never seen that. All these trips I've made. Let's see here. Check my map real quick. Make sure that I don't do no unnecessary driving. I'll tell you what, these Texas roads ain't much better than Oklahoma. Got me bouncing. Let me go ahead and make this map bigger, make it easier on my life. This sun is crazy. There we go. Now it's bigger. In 8 miles I got to turn. I remember something that went away too fast. If it's more than about a sentence, I can't read it while I'm driving. I'm not even going to try. That's dangerous. I got to be able to just kind of glance. I got the phone like right here where I can kind of never stop looking at the road. Checked on something. I don't know. I tried to read it again. It popped up for a second, but I give up. Here, I actually got a question for y'all, and I'll read it back later if I can't see it. What do y'all think should be the first thing I do with the cabin? Like, in y'all's opinion, y'all have seen the damage, y'all have seen the inside, with the perspective of knowing that I can fix the cabin. Just don't put the structure part, because I know that that's the first thing that needs to be done is the structure. What would y'all like me to do first? Are you on your way to the cabin? No, I'm on my way to Dallas. I've been in the cabin. I've been in the cabin for the last 9 days. I'm on my way to Dallas for about 24 hours, and then I will be on a plane headed to Florida. Let's see here. We got 251 people in here, and it looks like 200 and something likes. Hey, I'll take it. Y'all are... How's the water situation? The water situation is non-existent. Drill a well. There's already a well drilled. All I got to do is get a pump and a tank put on it. I was fortunate. There's a 4-inch well already drilled on the property. I reached out to the well guy. He did not get back to me in time, but I believe, good God, that's a lot of bumps. But I believe that as soon as I get back, we'll be meeting up. And even though I got a well, I'm not going to have power for a while, because if you didn't watch my last live, they want $25,000 to bring power to my cabin. Let me repeat that. $25,000 to bring cabin, or to bring electric to come home mountain. I can't do it. Even if I had it, I wouldn't do it. There's no way that I'm going to pay $25,000 for electric just to pay them a $200-300 electric bill every month. So you want me to give you $250,000 and then pay you $200-300 a month? Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but that just don't seem like good business to me. So I'm going to look at alternative solutions. Solar is definitely one. But I have that creek out there, and something that intrigues me is hydropower. I'm just very curious about it. But I don't want to jump into like, okay, I'm doing hydropower right off the rip, because I want to make sure that that creek flows consistently enough throughout the year to be able to sustain something like that. But if it does, I would like to do hydro over solar, just because it intrigues me, and I would love to learn about it, and I would love to. And I mean, it's using Mother Nature just like solar, but solar has its shortcomings too, you know. So I don't know. I might end up doing both. You know, I still have the Airbnb part that I got to deal with as well. So, I mean, I might do hydro for my cabin, and then the Airbnbs, I might do solar on each one of them. I might do a big solar kind of power deal and kind of run all the Airbnbs off of that. I have no idea, but it's definitely something that I got to address sooner than later. So I might do like a small solar setup to start with, just to run the basics like lights and my computers and stuff like that to start with, and then just kind of stay out there a year and just watch the creek with all the seasons, and then make a decision on, you know, expanding the solar or going hydro. But if it was up to me and that creek can sustain it, I'd go hydro, just because I think that's cool. You know? And it would be something, I don't know. These roads are horrible. I think it'd just be something really cool to learn and just to kind of dive into. And I'm all about learning new things. And, you know, I've dealt with solar a little bit when I lived in Florida, because I was off grid there for, when I was in that fifth wheel, for about 6 months. I didn't have power or water or anything like that. So I had some little cheap Harbor Freight type solar deals that I used to power certain things and stuff like that. So I've messed with solar a little bit, no big system. But, so I've kind of done that, and I've researched that quite a bit. And but hydro, I've seen it, but I've never really researched it. But it's always kind of intrigued me. So that's my hydro rant. So if it's up to me, it'd be hydro. I didn't see other stuff come in because I went on my little hydro rant. And somebody put a couple paragraphs. I can't read paragraphs right now, sorry. But I will read it whenever I get to Dallas, after I take a shower. I am looking forward to a nice hot shower. I did manage to get some hot showers out there, but Jesus, I don't know if y'all can see the extreme bumpiness that I'm dealing with right now, but Lord, these roads are making Oklahoma roads look good, and that's hard to do, because Oklahoma, boy, they got some rough roads. This is crazy. We're in a construction area. Hold on, guys. How long have I been on here? I don't know if I can really tell. Alright, hold on. I'm going through construction. Let me pay attention a little bit more here. I got concrete walls on both sides of me in a narrow 2-lane with people driving like idiots. 45 minutes. Oh yeah, we're doing good. See, that's what I love about this going live driving, because it does not feel like it's been 45 minutes, but yet almost an hour is already off my trip. I tell you what, I'm glad this section's under construction, because they need it. Man, this is rough. And this section right here looks like it's new, and it ain't much better than the other one. They might want to get a different contractor. Am I shaking real bad on the phone? Because I'm shaking in real life right now. As soon as I get out this narrowness, I'll check out the chat. It's pretty narrow right now for this big old trailer. Make sure I keep it between the lines. You know what I got serious. I got both hands on the steering wheel. I seen something in the UK. Shocking in the UK. Wow. What highway are you on? That's a good question. I think I'm getting close to 75. I believe. Is that Paul Honeyman? What's going on, Paul? Oh, your video is not in sync with the road? Yeah, I'm sure there is a little bit of a delay. It's a rough ride, I'll tell you. These roads right here are garbage. I think they tore up this a little bit more since my last trip because it wasn't as long. This is like my 5th time making this trip. And I got one more to go. One more. And I am so ready, guys. I am so ready to be done with this movie. It has been a lot. I did finish the migration on my last job, though, before I left. So I was happy to do that. I wanted to leave my last job on good terms. I didn't want to burn no bridges. And when I started there, I mean, it was rough. So I put a lot of work in. I was able to finish the migration. So now they are officially migrated to the global system that bought them out. So I left on good terms. They're in a good spot. The guy that was under me, he actually got a promotion, and he's kind of like the interim me while they hire somebody else, because he doesn't quite have enough experience to kind of take over my role. But he did get him a little promotion, a little bit more of that jangle. Come on with the new jingle. And he's a good guy, good kid. He's probably 24, 25 years old, just got into IT. He was doing something completely different when I hired him. And so he got a pretty decent little raise, and he's getting to learn a lot more. So I felt real good about the way that I left my last company. And that was important to me. I told the guys that that I'm coming to work for that I wanted to finish the migration, and I wanted to make sure that I left on good terms. And because I told them when I hired on that I would finish the migration before I left, because I didn't know how long I would be there. And you know, I was able to stick to my word, so that was very important. Something about a rough road. All that driving is costing a lot of money right now. Oh, you ain't telling me. You must not have been here earlier in the chat. I actually put a number to how much I've spent on fuel and gas and stuff since I've left. I've been gone for 9 days, and that's not even counting what it's costing me this trip right here. But I spent $1,000 in 9 days on gas. $1,000. Here, let me get closer. $1,000. And that's no exaggeration. Honestly, it might be a little bit over, but it was insane. But it is what it is. It's what we got going on now, and just have to kind of deal with it, because just because that's going on doesn't mean that I'm going to let it stop the progress of what I got going on. I don't have no choice but to do what I'm doing right now in the time frame that I'm doing it. So, come on from England. Love your videos. Thank you. I love making the videos for you guys. You know, YouTube for me allows me to express my creativity. I'm a creative person. I try to put it into my videos, and it's also the lifestyle that I like to live with what I'm doing. So it's kind of a win-win. Like I was talking about earlier, most of my life was in the building world, building high-rises and stadiums and schools and all kinds of stuff like that, and also doing home renovations and flipping houses and all that kind of stuff. And then for the last 10 years, I've been doing IT. When the recession happened, I went back to school. I also owned a sports bar for about 2 years. My sports bar was named Strike Zone Family Sports Pub and Grill. And our slogan is, You know, the come on didn't just come with this channel. It's been something I've been saying my whole life. But our slogan for the restaurant was, "We sling chicken wings, come on." So I've been saying come on for a long time. And but YouTube allows me to kind of do my passions on both sides. You know, it allows me to do my building and the off-grid stuff, and at the same time allows me to be creative with my IT side and film and edit and all that. And I'm really starting to try to get into photography more. I've always loved taking pictures. I was always the one on the family trips making everybody line up, taking pictures and all that other stuff. So I've been trying to up my picture game. Those 2 pictures that I took and put on my community tab, that was me kind of walking around the snowstorm and kind of exploring that part, because I want to get better at photography. And Mel with Simple Life Reclaim, go ahead and throw their link in there. She used to do photography and is very good at it. And I was actually just talking to her about teaching me a lot of the settings and, you know, all of that stuff, so I can kind of take my photography to kind of the next level. Those 2 pictures that you've seen on the community tab, the reason why I put those on there, I don't know if y'all have seen it or not on TV, but you know how they have the thing where you can send photos off now and they'll actually put it on glass and it's like real high def looking. And I'm gonna take those 2 pictures, send them off, get them put on that glass, and those are actually gonna be hung up inside the cabin. And I want to take some more pictures of the Arkansas and the area and kind of decorate the cabin with pictures that I took. So that's kind of my big scheme of decorating in long term. Yeah, Mel and Gary at Simple Life Reclaim, man, they're amazing. And Anthony and Roxanne, I mean, those jokers, man, they are putting in work, man, and so creative, so creative. That is one creative family. Simple Life Reclaim and Country Road Pure, their thought process and stuff lines up with mine, like we've known each other our whole lives. It's crazy. And they're such hard workers, such hard workers. So me and Anthony actually became friends first. I jumped into some of his lives, and then he started talking in lives. He messaged me, and me and him was going to do a collab about a year ago. But at that time is when I was moving to Texas and they was moving to Arkansas, and so it never happened. But now that I'm going to be in Arkansas, I want to revisit that and us kind of come up with a collab, not necessarily building, but just a collab video, because he is very creative as well, and his editing is on point. I've already learned so much from editing. Drew does photography, nice. I'll definitely be picking his brain about that too. Arkansas is such a beautiful area. I don't know about all of Arkansas. Oh, I made Abe's Day. I don't know about all of Arkansas, but the area that I'm in is gorgeous, and there's just so many hidden gems and streams and waterfalls and mountains and just so much stuff that it just would be great to capture. And yes, Abe is a rock star. He is a hard-working little joker, and you know, he's always playing with his Tonka toys and stuff out there. To be able to spend the day with him and let him get some tractor time in, I mean, he has such a blast. And I tried to highlight that on my video. He was really the highlight of that video more than the work, because man, he had such a good time. He's such a good kid. He's so well-mannered, and so, I mean, and such an imagination. He can literally sit there and play for hours by himself and just have a blast. And to me, that is awesome, because I feel like the youth nowadays, they struggle with imagination, you know, because everything's so instant. You know, they can literally just Google whatever, and so it takes the imagination out of it. And he's creative. He just gets out there and goes to playing and comes up with all kinds of cool stuff. So I really enjoyed him running the tractor, and we will definitely be doing a lot more tractor work together because I would really love to teach him all that I can. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when Levi was young, you know, just the curiosity of everything. And so I'm going to nurture that. They already nurture it. I think Abe's going to grow up to do great things. I really, really do. I think all the kids out there are. Wyatt's brilliant. That kid is smart. Talking to him, you can just tell he's smart. I mean, I think Wyatt might be the president one day. You never know. That kid has got some smarts to him. And just all the kids are great. They're all so sweet. The girls are so sweet and so kind, and just, I don't know. They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job. They're good people. That's why I tell y'all to go check them out if y'all haven't, because they're just a really good family. And what you see is what you get. They are as real as it gets. There is no downplaying stuff in their videos. What you see is what you get with those guys, and I respect that a ton, because you don't get that on YouTube very often anymore. Whew, I'm tired of driving, guys. I wish one of y'all could come and sit in the driver's seat and let me just roll. I'm not used to being a passenger. I wouldn't even know how to act. I know one thing. I've had this Chevy for a little over 2 weeks now, and I've put almost 3,000 miles on it in just a couple of weeks. So I've been rolling. Yeah, I bought it at 17,000 miles, and it's about, by the end of this trip, it'll be at 20,000 miles. So, and I got it pretty much a week before I took this trip. About 4 or 5 days before I took this trip. I wished we lived closer, and it's too much to read right now. How many miles is that trip? I don't know exactly. It's 5.5 hours. It's 5.5 hours, and where I went and got the tractor and stuff was about an hour and a half each way. So I did that several times because I couldn't fit it all in one trip. And then when I went to Paragon Ridge's place, that was about a little over 3 hours. So that was a 6-hour trip. So yeah, and then plus I had to run into town with Fort Smith and stuff like that, which is about an hour away a few times. So a lot of driving. I'm actually looking forward to these next 5 days because I'm not going to be driving too much. I'm flying in, and then I'll hang out with my brother, and he'll do most of the driving. And then I will be driving up there to see my granddaughters and my daughter. But that'll be the only driving. That's only about 2.5 hours. And honestly, guys, with me, 2.5 hours is local. As much driving as I do, 2.5 hours, I can do that standing on my head. I've seen something about Paul. Too bad something. Somebody let me know whenever we hit the hour mark. I think we already hit an hour. We'll go a little bit past it, but I just want to know about time frame. We still got, what, we got 315 people in here. Hey, I'll rock it as long as y'all want to rock it. My plan is to get off about the time that I'm getting into Dallas, because I don't know if y'all drove through Dallas, but Dallas is on a whole nother level of crazy traffic and crazy drivers. And with me pulling this 20-foot trailer, I want to be able to completely focus on what I'm doing, because people will cut you off, slam their brakes in front of you. It's crazy. That big city living. That's why I moved, because I can't handle it. I end up going to jail because I don't have time for all them attitudes. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I try to be positive. I ain't got time for everybody that wakes up and just wants to be angry. Ain't nobody got time for that. Started live about an hour ago. Oh yeah, we're doing good. My longest live I think ever was with me and Levi after the meetup, going to Arkansas for the first time to go to the 41.36 when they first got there. And I think we went live for like 2 hours. And that was basically the Levi show. Like, he was just so happy and so excited to see all the mountains and the views. And, you know, he was ramped up, boy. He was just having a blast. And that was pretty much his live. He was, but yeah, it was like 2 hours. I think it was a 2 hour and something live. I never go live that long. We can hear you. I'm glad you can hear me. Off-grid lighting. I actually bought from S&W there in town. I bought 3 kerosene lanterns, and they was out. They ordered some, and then I bought 3 of those. That way I don't have to run the generator and stuff when I'm not needing to charge my like laptops and stuff like that, and I can just kind of use kerosene lighting. Let me switch lanes. So right now, that is my off-grid lighting solution. It's kerosene. Did you check out the Lemons? I've been watching them for over a year. I love that channel. I mean, they're making big moves too. They had their little homestead, and they just bought all that property, and yeah, they're doing big moves. But yeah, I watch them. I haven't watched a ton of YouTube lately because I've been so busy. A lot of the bigger channels and stuff like that, I'm kind of behind on. I watch Trent and Alley with them building their little place in the mountains. What is it? A Wild Wonderful off-grid, or Wild Wonderful, I think it is. I watch them. Doug and Stacy, I've been watching them since the beginning of my YouTube journey. I love Doug. Doug is he's a character. He's funny. I like his personality, and I also like the fact that they do it old school style. So yeah, I do follow them. I'm not up to date on all of them right now because honestly I have very little time to watch TV and watch YouTube, and pretty much the channels that I watch right now are the people that I actually talk to and know and stuff like that to support them. But once I get settled, I'll kind of get back into my routine, and I'll have more time in the evenings, and I'll kind of catch up, especially once I start doing some of this research on the different types of power. I'm sure I'll expand my YouTube channels a little bit. Doug is great. Yes, he is. Oh, gotta stop at Buc-ee's. I am not stopping at Buc-ee's this time. I typically do. That's typically where I get my gas and stuff, but I've already filled up right before this live. I kind of set it up because the reason why I drove 3 hours before I did this live is because most of that is in the mountains. And you want to talk about the service being bad. It's real bad. There's no way I could have done a live there. So I tried to schedule it to where I could get gas at the same time that it was time to set the live up, so I could kind of do all that while I was sitting still. I didn't want to try to set a live up driving down the road. That's just too much. And so I stopped and got fuel, got a water, went to the restroom, and then started the live. So, and Buc-ee's, I think I'm going to pass Buc-ee's here soon, and I don't need fuel, and I'm not stopping again until I get my butt to Dallas. I will tell you one thing. I am excited about sleeping in my bed tonight. I got a really nice bed. Y'all probably seen it on some of my lives. And I haven't slept in it like 9 days. I've been sleeping on that one I bought from Walmart at the cabin. And now, granted, I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. It's a little too soft for me, but it sleeps okay. But it's definitely not my bed. Now, granted, I'm only going to get to sleep in it for one night, and then I'll be in Florida. Funny thing is, though, the bed in Florida is also my bed. The bed in my brother's guest room was actually my bed I had in Florida, and I couldn't bring it to Texas with me, so I put it in my brother's guest room. That way, when I fly in, I got a nice comfortable bed to sleep on there too. So I guess I am going to be sleeping in my bed. It's just going to be 2 different beds. Let's see here. Gotta go. I don't know who said gotta go, but see you later. Glad you came in. We got 126 people in here. How many likes we got? 357 likes. Man, that's amazing. Y'all guys are amazing. Oh, how many of y'all are subscribed to the Fired Up Friday channel that I have? If y'all want to see some good groceries, please put that link in here to my second channel. I started it about 2.5 weeks ago. It's actually something I used to do on this channel, and right now basically I'm moving a lot of the videos over from this channel to that channel while I'm so busy right now. I have filmed one new Fired Up Friday that I did with Country Road Cure and Simple Life Reclaim, but the rest of them are all rewinds from back when I first started YouTube. So I started cooking and doing that kind of on my channel. Well, now I'm branching off and doing just the cooking and kind of hanging out part on that channel. I think we're at like 700 and something subs right now. As soon as I get to 1,000, that is a video off the main channel that I moved over. The last one that I just did was a over-the-top pulled pork chili, and man, it was amazing. That's such a good recipe. And over the top, I have a big green egg. So basically what you do is you cook the meat over the top of the chili and let all the juices and stuff drip down into the chili while the chili's cooking. And then at the end, you dice it all up, mix it up. It makes for a ton of flavor in your chili. And you can do it with deer meat, hamburger meat, pork, pulled pork, brisket. You can do it with whatever kind of meat that you want. I like to do it with stuff that's got a little bit more fatty here and there. That way it doesn't dry out. But yeah, check it out. If you ain't checked it out, go check it out. It's pretty amazing. And I did film a Fired Up Friday while I was out there. I don't know if I'll have time to edit it before I get back to Arkansas. Made a corned beef hash stew type thing with on brown rice. It turned out amazing too. I just don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to get it out. So for right now, I'll just be twice a week moving over the old ones, and then as soon as I get settled, it'll be something that ends up having a schedule. I'll put a new video out every Tuesday or every Friday, and then I don't know what day I'll go live with that and actually do like a grilling and chilling with you guys. But I like to think outside the box. I don't use a lot of recipes. I kind of create my own deal. I used to own that restaurant, and I kind of did the same thing. One of the hardest things with that restaurant was being able to kind of write down the recipes so other cooks could cook it, because I always just cooked out of my head of what I thought flavor profiles would look good. But I think I'm going to have to wrap it up, guys. I think I'm coming into the meatier of the traffic. But I'm super excited you guys rode along with me on this trip. It definitely made this part of the trip go a lot faster, and I always love catching up with you guys. I will be watching the replay on this and reading all the comments I missed, because it's very hard for me to read and drive and everything, and I want to do this as safe as possible. But the last time that I did it, it seemed to get a lot of positive reviews, and people wanted me to do it on my next trip, so I did it. And as long as I'm not leaving out at like 5 o'clock in the morning like I did last time going back, I'll probably do another one on my way back to Arkansas. So until we see each other again, guys, come on, let's go on another adventure. Y'all have a good day.